Hey everyone, Jack Lawson here with digitalrealestateacademy.com. In this video, I'm going to be diving into ManyChat and kind of do an overview of basic bot building flow. So I'm going to give you the basics of how to create a chatbot flow inside of ManyChat so that you can automate your conversations, automate your lead capture and qualification inside of Messenger, which ManyChat connects to your Facebook Messenger and basically creates a chatbot in there. If you guys aren't familiar with ManyChat, check out the video in our channel. What is ManyChat and how can it help me with real estate? All right, so let's dive into ManyChat. So this is ManyChat. Obviously, I'm not going to show you how to connect the page and all this stuff. I'm just going to assume that at this point you have a page connected and you're getting started with bot building and stuff. So that is going to happen in a flow. So a flow is basically a area where you're going to build a conversation that is automated through the chat sequence. So under automation here on the left, you need to click on flows. You have a blue button right here at the top right, and it's going to be new flow. There are some options that can help you get going with somewhat templated flows, but I'm just going to start from scratch from an empty flow and go here. So make a test. All right, so you got a starting step and then a send message inside of Messenger. So the starting step is basically going to be what is triggering this conversation. How is that person getting into Messenger? Are they clicking directly into Messenger? Are they using a keyword? Are they using a link? So let's say we click on this and we got all these different options. The main ones that I use mostly are, the QR code kind of. Obviously most of you should know what a QR code is. You print off a QR code, they scan it, they would open up this conversation in Messenger. Customer chat on your website. Messenger ref URL is a big one. So basically a link that you can share anywhere and people click on it, it'll open up this conversation. And then the last one that I use a lot is keyword Messenger. So a keyword, basically I would use this to connect to a Facebook ad. So actually let's just do a Messenger ref URL. So this URL is now connected to this conversation. So if I share this URL with someone after I do the create a conversation, then it's going to, someone clicks on it, they're going to open up this conversation in Messenger connected to this page here. All right, so again, this is the basics. I'll kind of do an overview of everything. I'm not going to go dive into everything, but just to give you an idea of what you can do with it. This content type is the type of message that this is. Almost all the time it's going to be other. This just helps the Facebook understand it if you're trying to send this message within the right the rules. Basically, there's a 24-hour rule. If a person interacts with your Messenger and then you try to send a message to them outside of 24 hours by just sending a broadcast, then that kind of goes against their rules. There's ways around it, sponsored messaging and all that stuff, but just straight up automated messages you can't send outside of 24 hours. Obviously, this is going to be directly from a link, so that is their interaction right there. Clicking on that link, that opens up the 24-hour window. So I'm going to start the conversation off with hi, and then almost always I use first name right here. These are system fields. It's just going to pull in that data from Facebook. First name, last name is public information, so it knows that that's their name. It's not like it's taking information from that's private or anything like that. It's first name, last name. I put full name anyways. First name. Can I help you buy a home? And then at that point, you want to give them options to kind of continue. If you leave it open, they would just type it in, and you wouldn't really have a automated chat sequence. So we're creating that sequence here. So we can add buttons and quick replies. Buttons do not disappear. Quick replies do disappear. So you can add up to 3 buttons, and you can add up to, I want to say, 10 quick replies. So let me just delete these. Depending on what you want to do, again, buttons disappear, quick replies don't. We'll just go over buttons right now. Yes, no thanks. All right, so now they have the option, can I help you buy a home? Yes or no thanks. All right, so from there, what do we want to do? Well, when they click the yes button, we're going to do one thing. When they click the no button, we're going to do another thing. So yes, we have the option to send another message. We're going to respond to them just with a message. We can trigger a text message. Obviously, we haven't captured their phone number yet, so it wouldn't work in this sense. Same with email. We could send them an email, but we haven't captured the email yet. Instagram message, that's actually brand new as I'm making this. So you can send an Instagram message, depending on if they're connected through Instagram and whatnot. So there are some stipulations on those. Then we can add an action. Actually, let me just back up a second. We can add an action, which I'll cover briefly. We can start a different flow, which is basically if you've created something already, if you have one of our templates or something like that, we have a home buyer flow that already captures, that's already built out and captures their information. If you just want to click that start flow and then you go to home buyer question flow, it already has the questions built out. So now I'm just connecting it to a different flow that I have built out in my Messenger chatbot. We can do smart delays, conditions, and randomizers. Not going to get into those in this video. Again, this is just the basics. Otherwise, it's going to be an hour-long video, which I'm not going to do here. So, great. Please tell me more. All right. And then, no thanks. Oh. Sorry. Okay, bye. Whatever. Basically, they click those buttons, you're going to give them a response. You're going to give them some kind of response, and then you're going to carry on the conversation at this point. Tell me more. I'm trying to think if I'm going to go. All right, so before I build out an entire conversation here, let me just show you what other options you have inside of this message. So inside of the message, again, you got the buttons. You can click up to 3 buttons. With the button, you can send it to another message. You can send SMS, email, kind of things I showed you, but also you can connect it to a website, which wasn't an option that I just showed you. So if I click website, you can say, view website, and then I can paste a website here, or maybe you can send them directly to your like home search part of your website. I forget what that's called. Search homes, and then you paste that link in for your website there. And then when you paste that in, instead of obviously saying please tell me more, click the button below to start your home search could be an option for you. The other thing you can do is call a number. So say call us now. You click that in there, and when they click that button, they click yes. Okay, great. Call us now. They click that button, and it's going to pop open like an option to call if they're on their phone. Then let's see. Perform action and start another flow. Those are the ones that I did show you. The only ones that weren't in there were the open website and call button, or call number, and then the buy button, which you have to set up, which isn't really useful for real estate agents for the most part. The quick replies, again, those are just without going into too much depth and making this video too long. Those disappear as options, but if you added a quick reply of yes and no, you basically have this similar options where you can go to one flow and then the other, except when they click them here, they'll disappear as opposed to these ones. The person can scroll back up through the conversation and come back and click no thanks and go to that. The other options in here is this is the text box. So if you click text box, you can just add another text box. You can add images, drag and drop any kind of images. A card has image. You can have like a title and subtitle and then a button below it. And then if you add more to it, you basically create a gallery. So gallery are a bunch of cards. Let me delete these, they're in the way. Okay, so gallery pops open a bunch of cards, and basically you can add, like, something that you might do with this is add images and details about listings that you have. So you drag and drop an image of a listing you have. Say this is 123 Main Street. Here's a short little bio. Click the button right here to go to the website to view the property on our website. And then they can scroll through and see the 5 listings that you have right here. And again, buttons to the website with more details on there. One-time notification request, I'm not going to cover that. Audio, if you want to send it, drop in an audio. A nice one is the video. So video is definitely good inside of Messenger. It gets that better one-on-one connection with them, and gets it a little bit more personalized so that they see your face and know that you're a real person. So shoot a 10-second video on your phone, upload it to there, and say and drag it in there. So whatever you're doing in your flow, hey, can I help you buy a home? Shoot a quick little video. Hey, Jack Lawson with eXp Realty here. Thanks so much for joining us here. And if we can help you buy a home, click the button below. Talk soon, whatever it is, something like that. Drag and drop that video in there, and now you got a quick little 10-15 second video inside of your chatbot, connecting with people a little bit better. And then you can files. If you have a home buyer guide, you can drag and drop that there. Delays. So if you're doing a long conversation, let's say you say something, write some long text here, and then you want it to pause before it goes on to the next text here, and then you want it to pause another seconds before it sends. So it's going to send this message first, and then 3 seconds later it's going to send this message. 3 seconds later it's going to send this message. So if you're trying to write a lot but you don't want to send it all in one giant text, it's basically like it's going to make it look like you're writing, or at least giving them a chance to read what you wrote first before you send them more information. So you can send basically as long as you want, series of messages that way. And then user input and dynamic are a little bit more advanced, but I think I made this video long enough already. Obviously, if you want more advanced training in ManyChat, we'll have some on the channel if we don't have it already. Obviously, this is the first video, so we're making more and uploading it as we make it. But definitely, we already got some other training. If you want to go to digitalrealestateacademy.com, you can check out some training there. But if this was helpful at all, again, this was a brief overview. I understand if you're more advanced, that might not have helped you at all. But if you're new, that hopefully gave you an idea of a few things that you can do inside of ManyChat. And otherwise, comment below. Let me know if this was helpful at all. If you have any questions or any specific things that you would like to be covered inside of ManyChat, we can make those videos for you. And again, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, digitalrealestateacademy.com to find out more about us. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.